Hi guys, Barley from PABrewNews. Just hanging out, just in the mood. One of those moods. Just got from working on the truck or the car. Home, hanging out. Not really in the mood to do too much thinking, but at the same time, I just really want a beer, and why not review one? What the fuck, right? Well, this is 2015's Killer Penguin Barley Wine from Boulder Beer Company from Boulder, Colorado. 10% alcohol by volume. I did do the 2011, so if you want to check out that review, it is on the channel. This is the 2015 of the Killer Penguin. So I've seen it with some age on it, but this one is about a year and a half, I'd say, probably on it. So a little fresher than the one that I had before. The one that I had before had about 3 years on it. So, I can cut myself a good. That's pretty good. Okay. See if the axe can handle the wax of doom. It's pretty waxy. Like I said, that's pretty waxy. Might have to go old school on this one to get under all that wax. Old school it was. No school like the old school. Let me do a little wax estimate on this one. Camera's shaking a little bit. I do not remember that from the last one. Very cool cap. I do not. I believe the last one I had a plain cap on it, so yeah, that's pretty good. And the colors on the label were slightly different too. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, anyway, they had a little bit of a different, slightly different look to the label. Maybe color-wise, I'm not sure. However, that is the beer in the glass. Just mahogany ruby hues. I don't believe. Oh, let me just read this quick. Yeah, thank you. Just to double check, and I didn't believe it was bourbon barrel aged or anything like that. So, and it is not. It has not been aged in any, so saith bourbon. So, here it is. Wow, lots of dark fruits. Nice, like dark fruits, dates, raisins, plums, figs, that kind of thing. Loads of caramel, toffee, little hints of molasses. And give me some of that dark fruit too. There is a little bit of a waft of the ethyl alcohols coming through there, bringing their own little different bits of fruit with it. But it's a very potent beer. You can smell the alcohol. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, a beautiful. When it's fresher, you mean the more fresh it is, the more alcohol you can get out of the nose. And this only has almost like a year and a half on it. That's about it. So the alcohol is very prevalent in the nose. It's kind of interesting to see how it fared between the one that was aged a good bit and the one that was slightly more fresh. Let's get a taste. Cheers. It's definitely not clawing, sticky, savory, sweet. Nothing like that. It finishes somewhat clean and dry. You definitely get a little bit of a brown bread, toasted bread notes in the back end too. Those bready notes. Soft caramels, very faint hints of raisins, little brown sugar notes, but very faint. Extremely easy to drink at 10%. Extremely easy to drink. Not too many flavors going on. a little bit bland overall as far as flavor complexes go with barley wines. This one doesn't have a big complex flavor, whatever I'm trying to say, arsenal. But you get more of the caramel, brown sugar, a little bit of raisin, stuff like that in the initial bit, and then it just kind of ends off smoother, tapering down towards just a clean, dry finish. The alcohol is not hindering the drinkability of this at all. It is very dangerous in the drinkability aspect. Carbonation is soft, but very good for the style. Slightly off white, but big, pillowy head. Just clear as a bell. Beautiful looking beer overall. Maybe it's good it's not barrel aged or anything, because it would be so, the barrel would probably just take this beer over, considering the lack of some of that malt base. Of course, I remember a little bit more of a malt character in the 2011, but it was older. And the older this gets, the better it'll get. This probably, with the lacking complexity it has right now, I'd probably set this for at least 5. Not to hinder down the alcohol. The alcohol is perfectly fine the way it is. But to really see what this malt base can bring, it's going to have to get aged. It definitely tastes like there's maris otter in this to a certain extent. You're getting that kind of bready backbone, soft caramel, bready backbones that I find absolutely delicious for English barley wines. It's more to me on the English barley wine side because it's not a hop bomb. There's earthy floral hops a little bit in there, nothing too crazy. Like I said, it's more into the brown sugar, toasted bread, brown bread, little earthy notes, stuff like that. Let's see. Dark granite red in color and undertones of candied fruit. Killer Penguin is smooth, full-flavored barley wine ale with a perfect beer to share among friends. Once a year, we release a very limited amount of Killer Penguin, making this our most rare and sought-after beer. Discover all the award-winning beers at BoulderBeer.com. Cheers and enjoy. Your friends at Boulder Beer, Colorado's first craft brewery. It's not very full-flavored. It's not. It's hints of this, but the candied fruit, brown sugar, brown bread, your earthy tones. This is definitely an English barley wine. This actually would probably make a very good American barley wine if they hop the fuck out of it, because you got the ABV, you got that soft malt base, but it is playful enough to have those brown bread, molasses, brown sugar notes and stuff like that. Pop some crazy ass hops on top of this bad boy. That would be great, because you're not expecting a huge, it doesn't have that kind of huge savory characteristic. Might as well play with that broad, bland palate with some hops. I don't know. Or barrel age it in something other than bourbon, maybe some red wine or cognac or brandy. Just mix it up. Have a good time with this. I'm surprised they don't have more fun with this than just making a barley standard barley wine. But it is good. It's okay for what it is. We'll pop it up here. I'll give it another sip. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'll give it a rating. Cheers. It's nice. It's a nice beer. It's very subtle though. Drinkability is amazingly stupid. Amazingly stupid. If I had this beer, if I made this beer, I'd be a super happy guy. It is. There's this subtleness of candied fruit, that nice little bit of molasses, brown sugar. You kind of ride the palate softly, tapering in, watering down just a touch in the flavors. Then that earthiness comes out, little bready notes, brown bread notes. And that's it. It's very simple, very standard, very nuancy, very subtle, but very enjoyable. I like it. It's not blowing my mind or anything like that. It's a very relaxed, and maybe that's perfect for me right now. I just need a relaxed beer. Nothing too crazy, just a big ABV just to kick me down and shut me the fuck up. If anything can, maybe a couple of these will. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for Paul from PABrewNews. This is Killer Penguin 2015. Top it up. Big old head. Look at that pillowy bitch. Cheers. See ya.